you know what? I made a whole entire video talking about smoking on the Shed Happens. I decided to make, like, a one-shot in moto vlogging. So, here we go. Let's do this. Alright, I think I got everything. So, today's little conversation is going to be about technology. Gimgagi, everybody. Oh, why are you? Alright. Technology. Where we are at today. Where we've come and where we've gone. And where I'm having a problem. Gotta drop these off where I'm going, so. Anyways. Alright. Let's get on this bad boy and get going. I'm gonna put that down. Sorry if that just clinked too loud for you. Nope. Let me do this turnaround before I really start getting onto this. Alright, so this is where I'm at. I answered a question is, when would I have been good with the technology today? And today, in 2026, I think I could live pre-2000. I mean, I of course could live in the 1800s. Who knows? But I could live in pre-2001 technology. We had TV. We had good music. We had the ability to play good music. The internet, well into the future of being able to communicate with one another. We had cars, we had airplanes, we had fast food, we had restaurants, we had jobs. What was created after 2001 that you could not? Just put it down below. 2001. What could you not live today that was not created after 2001? Bicycles. Go back to RAD. 1996. Traffic lights worked better. What could you not live with that was created afterwards? You could fix your own vehicle. I'm looking at that truck that just went by. You can't fix that. You need an app, you need a subscription, you need something. We had jobs, and I did not do my job that I do currently before 2001, but it seems to be that we've complicated life to the point that goes back to just, I don't know, 5 months ago. 5 months ago, I got a job offer, jumped through the hoops, filled out everything that I needed to do, and before my opening or my first day at the job, I was asked to download an AI app onto my personal phone. Yep. And that's where I drew the line. I'm not downloading apps onto my personal phone that also has access into my home, because hey, guess what, your IP address, it's saved in your phone. Now I got it, probably everything is connected, but and I've never really trusted electronics. I have a bunch of stories to back that up, but why are you needing me to download an app onto my phone that's, they even admit it, you couldn't do it on your computer, because you know, I have stuff on my computer that can see through that, but on a phone I have really no control. And I don't put it down in the comments of what I can do. I have a really dumb old phone, and I think probably anything newer is going to have more technology that I'm not going to trust. So I decided to not download the app, and that was the end of onboarding. So, and that's another word that I hate. Onboarding. When the hell did that fucking come into play? It's called being hired. You fill out the application, you put down your social security number, blah blah blah. First day you sit down, okay, here's your HR, not even HR. Here's your paperwork. Fill out what you want for your health benefits. Fill out your W-2, blah blah blah. You were paid to do that. Now, they seem to want you to do that all before you even get hired. And you're not paid for it, of course, because you're not on payroll. So, we go to the last job that I just did. I was good. I filled out all the stuff that they needed me to do online, did all that, and guess what? I had been working there for almost 4 weeks, and I was sat down and said, hey, we need to get you an email. I'm like, well, in my job I don't really know why I need an email, but okay. And guess what, 10 minutes into making an email, she's like, okay, take out your phone. I said, well, hold on. Said, why? Oh, well, you just need to do something there on your phone. It's a square box thing that I need to, I don't know, take a picture of. Again, I'm not a smart guy. I think it's called a QR code. QR code. And you know, fill out the information there, and oh, by the way, you have to download a Microsoft app. I was sort of fine with a Microsoft app to some extent, but now I have to do a QR code. My phone doesn't do QR code. Oh, you have to download another app so you can get the QR code. And then, and I'm like, I'm really not comfortable here. I don't really understand why I need to use my phone, my personal phone, to get into an email at my job. Well, it's verification. I said I'm on a work computer with my passcodes to get into my email that has another passcode. Am I missing something? Somewhere I'm missing something. Why does any job need to have access, or you, not even, well, I mean access obviously, to your cell phone? You are going to have to sign off with your thumbprint, your initials. You're agreeing to accept terms and conditions on software and signing up for whatever thing they're wanting you to do. Now I probably can actually tell you 99% of the people watching this video probably have already done that, and I'm sorry, but when you use your phone to access work-related items and you've created something or done something with your cell phone, you've given access to your personal information to almost everything. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to tell you a little story. Actually, I'm going to tell you 2 stories, probably 3 stories, probably even 10. Who knows? I got a little ways to get there. So, oh yeah, let's go back even further than that. Goes to my second wife. You know, I had just bought a engagement ring for her, and I started to notice ads on my computer for the company I bought the engagement ring from. And I'm pretty sure, since it was connected to the IP address of the home that we lived in, that she was getting them too. And I discussed it with her of, hey, we had a friend over, he bought some shirts, some dress shirts, while he was at our house. And they were specific. They were European dress shirts. So as soon as you saw the ad, you went like, huh, that's my buddy's shirts. I never bought them. He bought them on his personal tablet, but it was coming up on my, my computer. Back then I didn't have a phone, but when I went on the computer, that's what it would come up as. So all of a sudden that happened. So I was having a conversation with my second wife, and she goes, I love it, it gives me other ideas, and I get introduced to new things. And I went, no. Not knowing that the connection to those European shirts was to my friend. She looked at it as, oh, I like something different. So I was anti it. Years later, I got a phone from my brother that had been sitting in his kitchen drawer for probably around 2 years. Up in Jersey. I lived in Virginia. And I brought it home. And I would probably say at least a year and a half later, I needed that phone because my phone was breaking. Now, it was breaking back a year and a half ago, which is why I got the phone. My brother's like, here's an S1. It was a Samsung S1. Still have it at my house. Still starts up. Battery still works. Yeah, I know. It's been, I don't know, 14 years since I got it, so it has to be 17-year-old phone-ish. Whatever the S1 came out. And I started up, engaged it, signed up to use it as my phone, and it had a picture of my second wife. Now, the phone had been in the home for a year and a half, but never used. It was literally at startup of my account, and there was a picture of my wife soon around the time period that I started to date her, and I had never seen this picture. It was her with a red pair of panties in her teeth and her hand drawn out, So I went to her and I was just like, hey, let me show you this picture. Who did you send this to? She kind of said, I don't remember that picture. And I was like, okay, this is weird because it's on my phone. And this picture is literally maybe 2 years old. Not while I own this phone. It was not taken. So, again, another distrust in technology. Then it was a couple years later, I'm just going to say 5 years after that, I had my tablet, and I'd gone to her parents' house multiple times, and this video pops up on my phone, or I'm sorry, the video popped up on my tablet. It was a movie, whatever. This is why I don't do stuff live or, you know, continuous, because I cut all this shit out. Whatever it is, came up as an image on my tablet homepage. So I tapped on it. Well, we'll just call it an adult video, and a very adult video. And it looked like me, and it looked like my wife. Let's just say that. And he did an action that I know that I had not done with my wife, and I knew it wasn't me. I was thinking, is this another video or an image that, you know, just gets put onto another, you know, electronic item that I own? So I couldn't delete this movie. It was, I deleted it, I bet you 25 times. Kept deleting. Went in, restart, delete, dragged, put it into the trash can. Couldn't delete it. I don't know what I finally did, but it finally is, at least the image of there's a movie has been deleted off my screen. So coming up to just last year, when I was going for a job and they're asking me to do all this stuff on my own personal devices, I don't appreciate that. And now that's brought me to another problem. Is this going to continue? Every company I apply for, every company I accept a job from, are they going to all want access to my phone by starting up some account? You know, I got the job on my personal email, and I had received multiple emails from the companies. They had no problems hiring me. They had no problems taking and sending information from my personal computer, but now they're wanting me to start accounts, set up passwords. I don't know. Again, I'll probably have 3 more discussions to have, or things that have happened that I just very much distrust electronics and our surveillance life that we live today. And I have a problem with even the government having the information, but your own personal job, just think about it. You could send the wrong text to your buddy, your friend, and all of a sudden the next day you could be being called into an office to be talked to. You know, I'm just not a fan. But if you have anything to input into this conversation, put it down below. It's just we live in a funny time, and technology is rampant. You know, I don't know. I was watching a video this morning about AI, but it's not AI. It was I'm amount of RAM that is needed for these agencies that are opening up these big huge facilities to have this AI stuff. And I'm going, and they're talking about the water and they're talking about RAM. So anybody producing RAM would go, well, we got companies that are way willing to produce their product over small little, you know, I don't know, back in the day, 8 gigabytes of RAM was relatively cheap. Little SD cards, hell. What is it? I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive. And I got what? I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. 2 terabyte was 140 bucks. Those little orange rectangles. Can't even tell you the name of them, but they worked this far. That's what I back up all my stuff onto. You know, create a video, upload it. I see that it plays. Slide it on over to my external hard drive and delete off my computer. Now, of course, you know, it compresses and whatever else, but it frees up the memory in the computer. But I figured out that watching the video this morning, oh wait, they found a new customer, and they're a much bigger customer. It's big corporate companies. So why would they care about making a 2 terabyte memory drive when you got, you know, corporations buying these multi-billion, trillion, gazillion, whatever is beyond all that. There's not a human on earth that's made over 1 trillion, so it's not it's not in our language yet to use the word above that. Wait until that gets met. And we're all sitting back here being paid what we were paid 20 years ago with your 1.5% increase every year. Anyways, I could rant on forever, but I'm getting kind of close, and wanted to have this little discussion with you. This is how I kind of started off my channel. I used to sit here and hit record and ride to work and blah 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 the whole entire time, and I would shut off the video and get back on it after work and blah 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 all the way home. Guess what? I still have all that videos. I saved it all onto those 2 gigabyte external hard drives. So that was kind of dumb then. I just, you know, GoPro makes 8-minute videos and separates it all, and then when you drag it over from your SD card over to your computer, you gotta assemble them all back together again. And I don't know, I have hundreds, if not thousands of 8-minute plus videos on my computer, well, on my external hard drive. So, you know, and that's the other thing, like, I don't use software on my computer that uploads to the clouds. I save them onto my SD card from filming, then I transfer them over to my computer, not through the Wi-Fi, from SD card to computer, and then computer I edit my video. I have edited multiple videos with no Wi-Fi on and got it finished and uploaded it when I turned the Wi-Fi on, and already had it saved onto my external. Well, yeah, I didn't follow my rules on that one, but I wanted to make sure it worked. So I don't know. Watched another video this morning. A guy was talking about license plates, and he's just like, you know, this guy has to go to court because somebody copied his license plate and rang up a whole bunch of tickets in a whole completely different state. And I was just like, well, they'd have to have a picture of my vehicle, and if they steal mine from my van, that guy is going to have to spend a shit ton of money on stickers, because there is no way that they're going to reproduce the amount of stickers that's on my vehicle to be able to get away with a license plate, where I could just walk into the judge and go like, here's a picture of my vehicle. Can you show me where on your pictures that my vehicle looks the exact same? Hell, if you go out and buy my vehicle and put all those stickers on and you can get away with it, I guess I feel free. But anyways, what's your idea on technology and where it is? You know, I buy physical CDs now. I've been buying series of DVDs because I don't do subscriptions. I pay a subscription to my electric bill, people, my telephone people, water, I do a subscription to that, and that's about it. I don't think, oh yeah, I mean, of course I still write the old check to my landlord. I don't even do that electronically. I guess I'm just old school. I like to sit down every Sunday and go over my bills and all my accounts and balance everything out. Anyways, that's who I am. You know, I'm just gonna say, are you pro-technology or anti-technology? What year could you live past, or would you could live past technology? Just put it down below. That's my question. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Just got home. So, technology, pro or con? It's both, but what the hell have we done? Anyways, got to see somebody that I hadn't seen in about a half a year, and so that was a good visit. Alright, favorite part of the video. Keep making memories, and if life happens, embrace that suck.